So what's going on, my fellow cultivators? Good morning. What's going on with y'all? My apologies if I do sound a little bit, if I tend to go out a bit, drowsy or, skip a bit over in my senses. I just woke up, so give you the benefit of the doubt. So I wanted to, before I go into business, of course, early on, as usual, probably going to have to run to this. We're going to have to run to this too, real quick. So yeah, uh, what lovely drama it has been, right? Who knew saying I already knew it was going to become something big, but who knew how huge this would become? It is humans after all, but just wow, how a one f bomb turned into a colossal, you know, stretch of opinions in a mob war, Twitter mob war, so-called wrestling community on Twitter, pulled right out of the cesspool, right going straight after Bully Ray. So I'm gonna through what happened. What all went down yesterday because I was keeping it close. If you saw my you know which I'll have to use it. I'll address it later on, but I was just using those short clip videos as my community posts. But yeah, so I was so I can keep myself, make sure let y'all know I'm keeping myself. Let y'all know we still updating, and I'm keeping y'all up to date. So yeah, we're gonna dive deep into this first before I come up with an automatic final conclusion. Okay, so we're gonna read we're gonna read what Billy said, what prompted Paige and Renee to, and basically the whole Twitter the whole Twitter cesspool of the wrestling community to come straight after him. Okay, Billy said, I did enjoy that they started off with Moxley. Bully said I didn't. Like I said, they needed to stop doing that and save the best for last. But let's get back into it. They came out with a bang. They came out with a bang. People were ready for it, and Moxley said what he needed to say. However, I would have liked to have heard just a little bit of accountability from John. I understand the whole demons thing, and we all you always use the word demons as a creative way to get around the real issues, whether it's an alcohol issue, whether it's a drug issue. In Tommy Dreamer's case, it's an eating issue. What? There's an eating issue? I don't really believe in those kinds of eating issues, but okay. But yeah, sorry about that. Everybody, everybody has some kind of demon that they have to get around. Bully continued, we have our demons. These demons got the best of John for a time period where he had to step away from AEW. But yeah, because I did notice because he was a bit, a little bit heavy and everything like that. Because yeah, now he looks even more like himself, just like how he was in his WWE days. Real lean, shredded. Yeah, which is yeah, I do like that. Like I said myself, I did like that he got the help that he needed, and everything like that. And I did, I just like the time when he was in Shield. Okay, but then he said I would have liked to hear him say a little bit of an apology to the AEW fans. You don't have to apologize to the boys, even though the boys do count on you. But any one of those guys and gals could have had the same problems that you did, and trust me, I came up in an era where a slew of men and women had their demons. The fans expect a little bit more from you. What about the fans that bought tickets to see AEW and John Moxley while John was away taking care of his problems? I'm very happy that he left and took care of his problem. And he looked incredibly healthy last night, and I love everything he said. I just would have loved to have heard a little bit of accountability. I don't know if I'm sorry is necessarily the right word, but maybe endear yourself a little bit, but to the crowd, if you felt you let them down. This is coming from me, the hard ass of all hard asses. Personally, if it was me in the same situation, the first thing I would have said is, guys, I'm sorry if I let you down. I think that would have been the proper thing to do. Then to the tweet Renee had made about Bully Race, that saying that was a bad take. Then Paige had replied to that of Renee's tweet saying that there's a reason everyone prefers Devon. What an awful thing to say. So, like this whole thing, like I said, this is like this whole thing like erupted into like another realm of just unnecessariness. I said like the matter I said when it came to when he said the F bomb. I said like he was that was really it really does and this whole thing really does sum up to making more of a point than what Undertaker what Undertaker aka his real name Mark Calloway, but I know him as Undertaker, but it just really sums up that nowadays that wrestlers they like to portray these characters, like I said, they like to these motherfuckers like to portray characters that seem so badass and want to be that badass, but but it's like you're not though. And it's like he had a fan, he had a dude kicked out. Like I said, like many others in previous generations have gone through worse. And Bully Ray had an opinion. But like like it or not, he had an opinion. Like that other shit wasn't needed. Whereas like Moxley don't owe shit. Moxley don't owe shit to he don't owe shit to anybody. Okay? Nobody doesn't see this is the problem, because he also is enabling something also, that's which is why whether it's wrestling, where everybody the wrestling community is obsessed with the wrestlers, slash celebrities, and just in general, these are why people are obsessed with celebrities, and why they think that they're owed and they're entitled to everything they say or do, and that they have to be there, let them know everything of them 24/7. When that's not fuck it at all. You don't need to know shit, or they don't. Nobody owes anybody anything. So that's the fucking that's just a major fucking problem with humanity. That's fucking real. But I did agree that like he did other stuff he said, he did have it. He like his opinion was pretty much valid up to the point the other shit he said. But he does have an opinion, and that it's not like he fucking called Moxley. Yeah, it's not like he tried. He completely called Moxley out and said that he should. He was completely immature and he shouldn't have thrown that fan out just because his skin is thin skin. No, he just gave a logical, credited opinion of his own. It's just that the other stuff I didn't like. Also, I agree with that, but of course, as usual, everybody fucking overreacts, especially on Twitter. You gonna always, of course, you're gonna hear about it. I heard then his name trends, and then John Moxley trends after that, and everything. Like, y'all saw what went down, and then you have like, also to I would understand Renee, but also the Paige, what the fuck is she talking about? It's not that deep. Seriously, it's not that fucking deep. Like like I said, he didn't like he didn't go, he didn't say like he was like it wasn't like he said that Moxley is exposing his fucking children to alcoholism. Like it's not like he fucking like he said like Moxley is gonna drink the blood from his fucking family members. What the fuck is Paige on about? Like this is not like, oh my gosh, like they wow, it considered, because she I mean, this isn't about wrestling, but it's just, but she was one of the ones I did like when she was in the ring. But of course, she has that, because we are in that time, and I've heard a bit of her in the media, so and everything like that. You know, whether it's her mouth or her actions, but it's just fucking really ridiculous. Everybody acting like this is whole like a turncoat for the worst. Like they act like Bully Ray just just basically stood up and pissed all over John Moxley when he just said a fucking opinion. And like I said, like already numerous times before, if you've been watching me, the time I've been you know active. The wrestling community fucking overreacts over every fucking thing now. Oh, I'll really call it the IWC. It is on Twitter and just the ones that take everything out of context, like because like people just that have a passion and that just like whatever sport they are passionate about or that they like anything that they like, they don't overreact or they don't make it their daily mission to be about everything. It's just like I said, I knew that this shit was going to blow up. Obviously, when it really all actuality is not that really much of a big of a deal. Like even though I said that, yeah, Moxley, yeah, like these wrestlers, so called, and they they wanted they like and how they went at and talk shit about the Undertaker when he said that wrestlers are soft and they are. Y'all can't take one word. He just said a word and he just like threw him out. It and of course, and then now you have Bully saying an opinion of his own, and of course he gets castrated, yeah, straight up castrated for it. Like people act like he fucking like complete like a completely said that he's a fucking yeah, people acted like he dropped like he fucking like drop kicked Moxie. Like this is like ridiculous. Like he just said his own opinion. Like this shit like shouldn't really. It's not that fucking deep at all. Like goodness gracious, people over fucking reacting for nothing. It's unfucking real. Of course, over the fuck reacting as usual. It's like people are just completely fucking ridiculous. Like the fucking Twitter mob is ridiculous. Sorry for the background a bit, but yeah. Like the man, like I said, the man just fucking said his opinion, and he was eradicated for it. People turning this fucking a big situation like it already is, and this whole course like it's just like makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Of course, ringside, I laughed at the fact. Like I said, I heard they kind of like a biased article. Like what? Like he said, like Paige. Like I said, a ringside news that Paige buried Bully Ray. Like, oh my gosh, bro. Like, you can see like that kind of shit right there. Then you have that shit right there. Like I said, you have these articles, journalists out here. Then you just have like they're like just crowds of just people, just individuals that they're basically they're fan dick suckers. That's hyping their brain to unbelievable delusion, and it eggs it on. It enables it, and this is why it's just wrestling is where it's at right now. Completely fucking ecstatic. But it's getting to that time. I'll see y'all later, my cultivators. Enjoy the rest of y'all. The weekend's going on. I'll try to enjoy mine. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. I'm fucking real. Like the man just fucking said his opinion. Goodness gracious. Yeah, like the other shit was warranted, but it's like it's his fucking opinion, and it just, like people made a fucking big deal out of it. Of course, on Twitter.